Hi everybody, my name's Julie Mann. I am a problem solver, an actor and a coach, and I'm here today with Christian Rodrigo Muro, and he is an actor, a producer and also an acting coach. So hi Christian.
How are you? Hello.
I'm good, and you're all the way you're in LA, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in LA. I came here like 10 years ago, more or less. Well, actually, 10 days ago, it was 10 years when I first came. So yeah, 10 years already.
Wow, from Spain?
Yeah, from Spain, from Barcelona.
I love Barcelona. Okay, so how about you start with telling us a little bit about yourself, Christian?
Okay, oof, where can I start from? Well, just to make it like the story short, I come from the business world. I mean, I was in an acting group when I was a teenager until I was 19, but I was at the same time at the university. So I left my acting passion just to get into the business world and study a career and all that. And after realizing that that wasn't what I loved the most, I came back and I started to study again acting. And then I started to manage how to live with a life in the business world, but at the same time in the acting world. So I started to combine. And one of the things that I realized was that it was good, all the knowledge that I had in business for production too. So I was like, what if I start like producing my own things and trying to get my own projects instead of just waiting as another actor. And so I was doing both things. I was in front of the camera and behind the camera.
Wow. So that's fantastic to have that combination. So obviously you're living in LA now. So what took you from Barcelona to LA? What happened?
So what happened is that, as I was telling you, I was first in the business side. So when I started to study again, I was already 26. I finished studying acting at least the first years when I was 30. And when you're 30 years old in Spain, if you're not famous, it's really hard to get into the industry, really hard. So one of the main options that you have to get into the system in Spain is when you're very young, under 20, so you can start getting into TV shows or movies, and then you're well known enough to be working. But when you're 30 years old, you have already some people that are really well known, so nobody wants to work with you. So it was really hard for me to get gigs, and yes, I did a lot of things, a lot of short films as the main character, and I did also like few small roles in movies and on TV. But I was feeling that it was really hard for me to make like a jump into something bigger if I stayed there. So I said, you know what, let's go to the States and see if there's a new adventure for me and see how they treat me. So the first moment that I came here just for 3 months, just to check it out. And after 1 month, I already had a lead role in a TV movie, in a movie, that it wasn't like a big movie, but it was a movie and it was the lead guy. And it was like, wow, I've been only here for 1 month and I'm already doing this. And then I was in a Bon Jovi music video and I was like, wow, things happen for real here. No? So I felt that I had like more opportunities here, even though it wasn't my language, it was my culture. But I felt that here, people, they are looking for talent, for real talent. They are not looking for famous people. They're looking for people that they think that they can do a good job. And that's why I decided to stay here. I mean, there's a lot of people here, and that's what it makes it difficult. But at least you feel that there's more opportunities than in Spain somehow.
Amazing, because it's quite a commitment to go from Spain when the life is so very different to living in LA.
Yeah, especially because since I was combining my acting career with my business one, I mean, I had an amazing apartment, a great car, a great bike, a lot of friends, my family, good income. And coming here was losing everything and just focusing on my acting career. So becoming the poor artist guy. So it was hard because having your own amazing penthouse in Barcelona in the city center and coming here and having to share a house with 2 more people, at the age of 35. I mean, it was quite a change. So
what a shock! Absolutely, but you knew it
yeah.
was something you had to do.
Yeah. That's what I think, and I think that artists, we need to go through that trip. Let's put it this way: we need to be not in control of things. We need to be unbalanced, and we need to be in those situations so that we can become better artists. I think, because I think that I have such an amazing life in Barcelona. It was so easy somehow. I mean, since the day I got out of the university, I got like plenty of jobs. I mean, it was so easy for me in my life there. And here, not at all. It's been nothing but easy. So I think that it's a good thing for any actor, any artist to go through that process. I wish that this process it's gonna come to an end so that I get back to this comfortable like life, but at the same time doing what I love. But I think that the process is important.
So how was your English at the stage that you actually went and decided, yes, I'm moving to LA?
So my English, I thought that it was good, because I mean I've been also studying English since I was a kid, and I was going to England for the summer, and then to the States for the summer, and then I finished my MBA in Atlanta and in Georgia and in the States. So it was okay, but when you need to act, then it's different. The moment that you put your emotions, then you start like talking really bad. The moment that you really need to say words trying to sound like somehow an American person, then you're more thinking on the language instead of the emotions and the situation. So that was not good. So it's been quite a something that it's been very strong for me to get through. And then I just realized, like, you know what, I have an accent. If you like it, it's good. If not, I'm not going to be very crazy about like I need to have like a perfect American accent, because I will never sound like an American ever. So why being so obsessed about that? So I just like everything that I had to work, I tried to work as much as I can with my lines, and then try to be understandable. With that, I think that it's just trying to find roles that they can match with someone that has an accent. But that's all. Yeah.
Brilliant. So I know that you actually you still work in Spain, don't you? So you go back and forth.
Yeah, I go back and forth. Yeah, I do sometimes projects there. Maybe now I'm going to be also in this fall in a TV show there. Who knows? Because I did an interesting audition, so maybe I'm going to go there. But I was there like a year and a half ago, also shooting another TV show, Snatch, the second season of Snatch. And that it's from Sony, but it was being shot in Spain, in the south of Spain. So yeah, having an English now as a second language, I would say, or as a third, it allows me to go to Spain a lot of times to shoot in English.
Wow.
And that's again the same thing. It's like they don't use me in national things because I'm not famous there, but then they use me for international things because they are not looking that much for famous, but they're looking for the talent. So it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So it's good.
But then you became producer. So how did that come about?
Yeah. So
do you work in the films that you produce?
Yeah, that's something that I always try to do. So I think that I'm a really good producer because I mean I come from a really good business school. ESADE, it's one of the top ones, and I mean I was working in big companies and doing big things. So the thing that you find a lot of times in the production world, especially in like in the small or mid-size, I'm not talking about studios, is you find a lot of people that are passionate about producing, but maybe they don't know or they don't have the tools to really manage or to make a business, make it happen, right? So I've been always very entrepreneur. I love developing new ideas and projects. So I'm really good at creating great things with great people and not spending that much money. And that's why I think that I'm a really good producer in that sense, because I get to do great things that are not that expensive, but they look like if they were more expensive. And we've been in a lot of film festivals in Tribeca, in Sundance, in all the big ones with projects that I've produced with not that much money. And yes, I was always acting on all of them. So that's a good thing.
Fantastic. So what is your dream? You know, what's the dream for you? What's next?
Next, I'm developing a couple of projects that belongs to me. They are like feature films. I don't write. I have so much respect for writers. I'm good with ideas, but having an idea is something that really writing and creating those, so much respect. It's like, it's everything. It's like the raw material for film. If you don't have a good script, you don't have anything. So I have I think a couple of great scripts that I'm trying to produce, also being the lead guy. So it's amazing to finally see if those can come up and happening, because I've been doing a lot of shorts and documentaries and pilots, but I haven't been able yet to do my first feature film. So I think that if that happens, I would love to do that, to create my own projects, being my own one of the characters, and of course creating the team that I want to work with, because then you have the whole experience. I don't like to go just as an actor to play my role and go home. I really love the idea of enjoying the whole trip, the whole adventure with the whole crew, and that's something beautiful. Like, we're creating something all together, not just from my side as an actor, but also that person that is a sound person, the DP, whoever is doing something in the set, knowing that you're creating with all these people and getting to see them every day, that's something beautiful. So when you are not only acting but also producing, the good thing is that the days that you are not acting, you are still there and you're still enjoying the whole experience about filming or creating something like that. No?
Brilliant. And let's face it, when you are making a film, it takes everyone.
Oh yeah.
It takes the whole thing. It's not, you can't do it without one of those pieces, can you? So
of course, and that's something that I always encourage all actors. I always tell them, take a job in any production, not only as an actor. Try to be assistant of a production assistant, or try to work online, so you will understand better. You will respect more your colleagues on set, because you see sometimes actors with an attitude, or they think that everything is about them, and it's not about them at all. We are just like something else, no? We are just small ones. So it's beautiful to be a part and to understand, because then you enjoy 10 times more. And this happens a lot to me when I'm on set. I would say that I've been as an actor more than 3,000 or 4,000 hours on a set. So I have that experience. And every time that I go, the people that they work with me, they say, "Oh, you're not like a normal actor." And I say, "Why not?" And they say, "Because you eat with us, with the crew, you spend time with us, you have a different attitude." And I said, "Oh, because I love this, and I want to make the most of it. I just don't want to do my thing and go on." Of course, when you need to be concentrated or focused, then you don't socialize at that time. But the rest of the time, why not? You have a lot of hours waiting on a set before you shoot. So it's amazing to have that experience and get to know these people. So it's great. It's a good sense.
Yeah, brilliant. So if anyone's watching and they're thinking perhaps of pursuing a career in acting or maybe producing, have you got any advice or any tips that you could pass on?
Any advice? I always say the same thing. Whatever you do it with passion. Don't do it because you want to become famous. Don't do it because you want to make money, because probably the chances that you will have to either become famous or getting a lot of money are really, really small. So do it because you love it. And then don't think about that. Don't think about the rest. Just try to whenever you have the chance to be on set or on stage or whatever you are, just try to take the most of it. Just enjoy it, try to understand, try to learn, be curious about what camera are they using, how are they creating that light. That just doesn't, I mean, it's try to learn as much as you can from a set or from a stage when you're on theater. It's so beautiful, the things that you can learn, so that then you can do your own things and you won't depend on anyone. Because of course I love being just hired in a production and just go there as an actor. It's so pleasant, so pleasant. But we don't always have that chance. So if you have the chance to produce your own things, then you won't depend on anybody else. So if you learn while you do your work, then you might be able to do your own thing. So always be open, always be nice with everyone, always. You never know, that person that it's assistant of the assistant of the other assistant, tomorrow he or she might be the next Oscar directing winner. So you never know. And here in the States, it's something that they do really very well. They really treat everyone so well because they don't know who you're going to be tomorrow. So that's why everyone always try to be really nice and respectful, and they always try to ask you about you because they don't know if they're going to see you again, and next time you're going to be the executive producer, you're going to be whoever, I don't know. So it's important to always be very open and try to learn, and also be really nice with everyone.
Love that. And actually, curiosity is my favorite word, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So I know that you also direct a festival, don't you, Kristen? So can you tell us a bit more about that?
I do, yeah. So I love theater, of course. Since I was a kid, I've always been in love with theater. It was so weird. When all my friends, they used to go to the discos as teenagers, I love to go to the theater. So I'm a little bit weird in that sense. And then one of the things that I've been a member of the Actors Gang, which is the theater company of Tim Robbins here in the States, which is something that you could have never imagined that you could get into such an amazing theater company in Spain. But here, you do your thing, you do your auditions, and if you're good, you make it happen. So, and we are a lot of people in the company. So what happens is that every time that we were trying to do a new project, only a few of us could work and could be on stage. But then maybe the other half, or more than the other half, were not able to be in that project. So for a few months, I don't know, 60, 70% of the company were not able to be on stage, while only the 20, 30% was able. So I was like, we should have a way to have more time for the rest of the people who are not on a play, so that they can be more on stage. So one of the things that I love a lot in Spain is the micro theater, the short plays, 10, 15-minute plays. And I said, like, what if we bring this to the States? So I proposed that to Tim, and I said, oh, we should maybe have that on the Actors Gang, so that we can have small pieces, so that all of the other people who are not in a big play, they maybe can be doing the small pieces, so that we're all working. And then they said, yeah, let's do this. So at the same time, I also got hired for a theater festival that it was for short plays, and like a year after, more or less. And I was like, oh, that's good. And then I started working with them, and then I was like, oh, this is something that I want to do my own. I want to do things the way I believe they should have been done. And that's why I created my own festival, which is the Brisk Festival. I created that in Los Angeles last year. We had 50 plays, more than 250 artists participating. It was an incredible success. People loved it. And this year we were supposed to do it now in July and August. We've had to postpone it for now because theaters are closed. We don't know when it's going to happen the second edition, but it's going to happen for sure. And then we are now expanding to other cities, but with the COVID situation, everything has been stopped. And we already had an agreement with Miami, with an amazing theater there. And then we're speaking with Mexico, Barcelona, Madrid, Rome, Sydney. We might also be very open to go to England. It's an incredible thing. It's just so beautiful. We do every week. We have different plays competing, and then the chosen ones, they go to the finals, and the chosen ones are being chosen by either a professional jury or the audience. So it's a very popular thing, and people, they just want to be a part of that, and it's incredible.
So people can contact you, Christian, to perhaps be a part of that, for it to maybe expand into other countries, can they?
Yeah. In fact, that's what happened. I mean, one of the actresses that was competing last year, she's Italian. She loved it so much, and that's why she told me, "What if we bring it to Rome? I mean, in Rome. I'm pretty known. I know a lot of people. We can bring it there. I can help you." And I said, "Yes." And then another actress that was coming from Australia, she said the same thing. "Christian, I loved it. What if we bring it to Sydney? Have the people, the contacts?" And I said, "Yes, let's do it." I mean, I think that it's something so beautiful and well done when you do these things with love, and you just there for the audience. Because what happens is that sometimes people, they create this type of festivals, but they are not actors. So they come from another side. So they don't really, they just do it because maybe they like theater, or they have an ego, or whatever it is that they want to create. In my case, it's completely different. It's because I just love theater, and I understand how difficult it is for actors and directors and writers to have their work seen. So I was like, let's give opportunities. Let's help people to have the space to share. And that's why I created that in a way that everyone is really treated so well, that the people, they really feel it. And I've received so many great and beautiful messages from audiences, from participants about that it pushes you to like, oh, we should do this like really more often and in more places. Our idea also was in LA. It was like, oh, if we can make it happen, maybe let's do it twice per year instead of once, no? Because there's a lot of people that are wanting to do and to be on stage and to share. And so amazing writers. I mean, we have more than 500 plays already in our database, and so it's incredible. It's a great opportunity.
How exciting. Absolutely. So if anybody wants to find out maybe about your festival, about getting it to another country, or find out about you as an actor or as a producer, how would they do that, Christian?
Yeah, so there are different areas, right? If they go to if they want to know more about me as an actor, the best place would be christianrodrigo.com, Christian with CH, christianrodrigo.com. That's my main website, and this is where you can see all about me and where you can find my country. That's my little baby.
You just
my little one. Yeah, so it's Christian Rodrigo, CHRISTINRODRIGO.com. That's my personal, my acting website. Then about the theater, about the theater festival, it's called Brisk Festival, BRISK festival.com, briskfestival.com. Over there also, there's also ways to contact, and you'll find all my information. And then if it's on my just production side, it's fullemotions.com, FULL emotions, ending with an S.com. So these are like the three: festival, theater, and then production and acting side. So in all those options, you'll find ways to contact me or our company. But also, if you want to have my email, that's my little one. He's always like that. It's Christian with CHRISTIN at fullemotions.com. That would be like my main email. Christian at fullemotions.com.
Brilliant. And of course, we met on LinkedIn, didn't we? So people can contact you on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then I have gym, Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. I mean, all those. Christian Rodrigo or Christian Rodrigo Muro. You can find me in both ways.
Brilliant. Okay, it's been so lovely to talk to you, Christian. So, have you got any words before we close? Anything you'd like to say?
I would say just keep the work. I mean, when you were asking me about what would I tell people concerning what would it be my advice, I would say work. Being an acting coach, which is something that I love, sometimes I just see actors, they don't want to do their work. They just want to do the scene, but they don't know that before doing a scene, they have to work, they have to rehearse, they have to study their lines, they have to put hours, they have to improve their skills. And people that just know, I just want to get to the result. And I said, well, it's like an athlete, no? I mean, you cannot go and be in the Olympic Games if you haven't been training for those 4 years, right? Before you, so it's the same thing. If you want to be an actor, you want to be a good one, then you really have to spend the time and the training that you need to go there. And so work, and you see that if you work a lot, you'll find results in one way or another way. And if you don't find them, then do it yourself. That's what I got from Bob McAndrew. He's an amazing acting coach, and I've been working with him in the past. And he was saying that, like, don't wait to be called. Don't have that excuse that, oh, my life is so miserable because nobody's calling me as an actor. Create your own opportunities, and you'll see. You've seen a lot of people that they've done their things and now they're just being hired by studios because they first did their own things that were seen on festivals, and now they are being like having a great success. So
put in the work. Put in the work. Be curious. Be open. Do it with passion, and be great with people.
Yeah. Yeah. Generous. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Fantastic. Christian, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. And best of luck. Good luck. Be patient with the COVID. Hopefully everything is going to be solved soon.